Here's how I pulled about 12% this morning trading QQQ to the downside. So just to get right on into it, my entry was about right here as we pushed through these previous wicks that we had been bouncing from a couple of times and exited as we pushed right up into these previous wicks here. Now, some of the reasoning behind this position, didn't really touch anything off the open. Again, contract premiums have been extremely elevated this week. We got a lot of end of quarter rebalancing, as well as just a lot of hype into the micro earnings that we had this week. As you can see here, I did let the members know pre-market that I was hoping we would see premiums come down a little bit off open. If they were juiced, I wasn't going to be too interested in them directly off the open. Had upside targets of 713. Just kind of allowed price to push up into those upside targets. We broke through 714. But as we pushed through these targets, order flow started to showcase that sellers were stepping in. Now, with that, once we started to see sellers stepping in, the premiums were dropping rather quickly. Had several tests on the lower time frames of the 713. The final tap here rejected, slipped back through the 9. As we pushed through these previous wicks, went ahead and took my entry to the downside and exited as we pushed right here into these previous candles as well. So could have let it go a little bit lower towards the actual bottom of these wicks. As you can see here is where price did start to bounce. But when contract premiums tend to be elevated like that, IV crush tends to be a little bit worse. I'm not as adamant about letting these positions run as long. So just took a quick scalp, closed out another flawless week there. Live as always. And just for some extra context, some of the reasoning behind this position not only was upside targets being taken out in order flow, but leaders in the sector had tapped most of our upside targets, and order flow was showing that downside pressure was picking up as well. So combination of leaders in the sector, order flow, volume, and higher time frame confirmation, we had our nice scalp trade for around 12% profit. And if you take a look here, you can see the members' gains from this morning's session. Quick one and done session to close the week out. Another flawless week, all traded on live as always.